Just in closing, Adam, I want to ask you about the MSP business owner that cares deeply about not only their customers, but care about their staff, and they care about what happens to them after a deal is done.
Mm.
What's your final concluding thoughts on what should those types of MSPs, sellers potentially be thinking about, and how would you guide them towards finding the right cultural fit, not just getting it maximum value, but the right fit?
I'm a broken record, but again, an excellent question. So, one of the steps in our process is after all the initial offers come in, and then we ask the seller to pick the top 5 to 7 that they really like. Then we set up individual video calls with them and each one of those buyers. And those calls are critical for the point you highlighted. If somebody can put together an offer, it looks awesome on paper, and then you meet him, you're like, man, there's no way in the world I'd sell to them. And then the flip side is their offers right in the middle of the pack. And you're like, man, that's who I have to have. And at least for us, when we are representing the seller, it's fairly common for the seller to come to us and go, man, I know that top offers, that's hard to overlook. But man, in my heart of hearts, it's buyer number 2 that I'm in love with. And so we'll
Yeah.
go to them and say, hey, Charles really likes you. The problem is the top offer's here. You're only, you're below them by X. So if you could match that top offer, he would sell to you. That is it's 10 million times easier doing when you have lots of other offers in your back pocket.
Yeah, no, really good advice. Takeaways. Know you haven't missed the M&A boat, but prepare, get your house in order to maximize value. Think about taking the offense, not playing defense when you're receiving offers. That always is going to help you. Don't try to do it yourself unless you're really an expert and you have a ton of people ready to step in and help you, because I agree with you, Adam. This is not a job that one person who's also running an MSP business is going to be able to do themselves. That's a lot to take on. And should we expect another fervent, busy year in 2026 in terms of MSP M&A activity?
Yeah, the Fed cutting rates, that drives a lot of activity. So, and I haven't heard a single talking head thinking that they're a serious one that expects anything but a rate cut.
Yeah. In fact, I think they did cut it. I don't know by how much, but I think we just got one officially,
Yeah.
but it's all good. So I look at all these things as being very positive and bullish for the MSP market.